Well, here's what's happening. Yeah, I got up this morning and checked my comments, and one of the comments went something like, I couldn't see if there was snow on your car or not because the opening scene was different. So I thought, well, let's sort of change it up here a bit this morning. So you're gonna see my new camera set up on the tripod there in front of the window, and I'm going to just sort of experiment to see how well I can sync the two cameras up. They both run at 30 frames a second, so it shouldn't be a problem. And anyway, another thing I did this morning was I cleaned my front windows. This is the first time that I have gone to any kind of effort to clean them. Usually I just sort of clean a little spot in front of the surveillance cameras. But today I did the whole thing, and I went around the whole house. It took me about half an hour. Now, while I'm thinking of it, about 2 weeks ago, my neighbor had his windows done. He had them done professionally. A guy came by with a sort of a mop type thing and sudsed up the glass, and then he sprayed it. He didn't squeegee it off. He sprayed it. So I was thinking, I wonder what he used, and I was thinking it was probably some kind of a wetting agent so it would dry streak free. And I was thinking, yeah, like Cascade, and then all of a sudden I thought, hey, I've got Cascade in the house, so I tried it this morning. But it's leaving little streaks, and I was wondering, does anybody actually know what would be the best thing to use if you didn't want to squeegee your windows? You just want to spray them off. The sprayer that I used was just my sprayer that I use for weeds, and I don't go thinking I didn't rinse it out real good before I put the Cascade in. Maybe I put too much Cascade in. I just put in maybe a couple of milliliters, and that was it, to a gallon of hot water. Anyway, if anybody knows what the professionals use, maybe you could just let me know in the comments. I'd sure appreciate it. I did go online a bit this morning and I couldn't really find anything out. However, I'm rambling here. Let's get on with our model and see if we can't maybe get some of these little parts. Well, you know what? I don't think I'm going to paint today. I'm going to take the advice of some of the viewers, and or at least one of the viewers, who said, why don't you just save it and paint everything all together? So in other words, I don't have to set my airbrush up twice. But I'm noticing that my screen here is starting to blink at me, and that tells me that I'm up to about 4 or 5 minutes already here. So I've yapped enough. So let's cut this off and sync up the two videos and see what we got. Okay, I have spent probably the last, I'm guessing, going on 2 hours. And, trying to sync up those two videos. And it wasn't a case of trying. It went quite successfully, actually. What's all this extra flashing here? Just right there along that edge there. That's supposed to be on there? I don't think so. I think that's flashing. That's probably the worst flashing I've seen on Trumpeters kits. I'll just file that off, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, it went really, really well. I would say that in all likelihood, I got it to within, probably, I'm guessing a 30th of a second of being in sync. And it could be that over a period of half an hour, in other words, before the camera was to shut down, it could be that it would slowly get itself out, like the one would get ahead or behind the other, whatever. And you know, that's possible. But otherwise, I'm really pleased. The new camera so far is turning out really, really well. Um, if I had any complaint about it, just let me get the old one here. Okay, now I can show you on the old one here. When you flip it out, you can see the screen out the side, okay? In other words, if it's mounted on a tripod, you can actually see the screen quite good. Whereas with the new camera, what it does is it either flips up like this or down like this, and it will flip right down, and you can see it from underneath like this, except that when it's mounted on the tripod's in the way, so it's kind of that wasn't thought out too well. They could have done better there. Anyway, I think we've probably experimented enough here now with two cameras. And I realize at this moment that I'm kind of shouting to that one when actually the microphone is right here. Okay, let's continue on here a little bit and see if we can get these finished up. Okay, I am quite sure now that when I'm looking at this later in the monitor, I'm going to realize that I did not get as good a job done here as I think I have, but I believe that I've got most of the flashing off. Yeah, I could have possibly sanded a little bit better right here. Well, I'll do that later. But this was the one that I was mentioning had what I thought was a lot of extra flashing on it. It was all along the edge there. It was built up. And at first I didn't know, is that supposed to be something that is supposed to be there? Or is that supposed to come off? And I concluded that it was something that was supposed to come off. So, well, it's off now. All right, let's quit poking at it. Now, as far as I know, these are the only pieces of plastic that we have to get for step 54. Everything else is photo etch. So let's just go ahead and get that. However, in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can't just get this edge here. What I'm talking about is trying to do this on camera is right here. It doesn't look right. You know, I better put my magnification hood on. It could be that is supposed to be there. Okay, what we had going on here was something that was definitely not supposed to be there. But I got the worst of it off. But you can see here where the part is not perfectly formed. But at least the flashing is gone. Or, like I tried to say, the worst of it is gone. And I guess as long as we're looking at stuff up close, we may as well take a look at the other one. Now, at first I was thinking we had to find another ladder here, but I didn't realize that this thing here is actually two separate ladders, D7 and D5, and we've already got those. So I believe we're done looking for. Oh, there's a little piece here. Okay, we got to get this one down here. Okay, I'm trying something a little different here. And you can see everything's at a bit of an angle. And my thinking is now that possibly I can bring my cutter in, and when I do the one closest to the lens, I'm not going to block the vision. Let's see what happens. Oh, it slid on me. Guess I didn't have that tape down too good. Okay, I think everything's still all right there. Let's try this again. Now, the idea is that when I tip the cutter up, am I going to block the vision? Because I have to tip it up a bit to come straight down on it. No, it's not working out. That is not working out too good. I do believe I cut it off. I may as well just go ahead and do the other two as long as we're here. No, I think I got that other one. We'll soon know, because yeah, it's loose. Okay, we now need railing A11. And if you remember, we painted our railing while they were on the sheet. I'm just going to take one of Tennessee Jim's mini Q-tips here. Well, that's definitely the 11. Now you can see here that the paint we put on is already scratching off, so painting the railing on the sheets just does not work out for me. Okay, spin it around and get the other ones. I'm just going to do it off camera. Well, this is what I get for trying to do it off camera and being quick. And you can see I got too close to the railing there. Yeah, that's a pretty weak connection now, isn't it? Maybe what I can do is I can have this edge down, because it seems that these railings are symmetrical. I don't think it matters which way they go. Like there's no little post at the top right there or at the top right here. So it appears to me that this could be the bottom of the railing. Maybe I'll have this one down and it'll be sort of glued to the deck, and the CA glue will fill that in. Now the next piece we need is this one right here. Well, here we go for A12. Now don't get too close and shave it off. Am I too close there? No, I don't think so. There are some very, very delicate connections here. They could easily be broken. Like it has to hinge or bend right here and right here and here and here. Whoops, don't catch it. Okay, now this tab and this tab have to come off. I think, the next piece we have to get is this one right here. So as long as we're here, let's just very carefully just get these two here. All right, I'm going to, we'll move it over and get these other two. It looks like this railing's gotten bent a little bit somehow here. It is so delicate. The rails are so incredibly fine, much finer than most of the other railings. Okay, all right, I'm going to just turn this whole thing around here so that I can do it properly. A moment ago I was wondering, why does this feel different than the when I normally do it? And then I realized that the other side here does not have the plastic backing. Did we get this one? Yeah. Now, I think I mentioned this before, probably way back about half a year ago when we started having these lockdowns and Winnipeg was experiencing lockdowns. Well, we're sort of in one again. Anyway, one of my neighbors asked if I could be his one designated visitor other than immediate family. And I said, sure. Well, in about an hour from right now, he's going to be coming over for coffee. And I haven't even started my final edit yet. So I've got to cut this off as much as I'd like to keep going. Once again, if I go at it later this afternoon, I will video it and you will see it on tomorrow's video. However, yeah, I think that's probably it for today. We didn't do a whole lot, did we? What with washing windows and playing with camera synchronization and all that kind of fun stuff. At least it's fun for me. Well, not the washing the windows. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I almost said washing. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.